Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. It'll be the Celtics off the tip. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Bradley and Turner filling out the perimeter. Tyler Zeller out there with David Lee. And it's Smart in at the 1 spot.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Here's Jack. He kicks to Lopez. Screen by Young. Thaddeus Young on the wing. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates. Brook Lopez, guys, started the season as the starting center for the Nets last year, but it didn't end up that way.
Now here's Zeller. 3-on-3. Here's Brown, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Smart with the ball, defended by Jack. Smart passes to Turner. 6 on the shot clock. Young with the steal. Turner against Johnson. Brown outside. Lopez right side. Cannot hit. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Bradley, no one around him. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Bradley's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Outside Jack. Johnson attacking, and he makes good on the layup.
It's a really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Smart dishes to Zeller. Pass to Lee. Takes it off the glass. Lee's got his first points of the game.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And Jack kicks to Lopez. Hey, if you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Shot by Johnson, no good.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Turner with it. Now Jack defending. Here's Bradley. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Brown kicks to Young. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts. Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And that was pretty. A beautiful move to set up the jump shot.
Outside Jack shoots the 3, and that's not going to go. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Celtics lead by 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And that's head coach Lionel Hollins, known for his no-nonsense style, but he'll tell you he's still got a good sense of humor.
I told them all, you can joke with me, you can laugh at me. I'm not perfect. You'll see me hobbling out there on the court. You'll see me stumble as I'm trying to show you a defensive move. It's funny. There was a time when you wouldn't be laughing because I'd be kicking your butt, but that time is long past.
I still don't think that Coach Hollins is anyone to be trifled with, and I think the net players would agree with me on that one.
Oh, yes, I know they've got that one figured out. And I do, too, as a matter of fact. The last thing anybody on the team better be doing is laughing at Lionel Hollins. Let's ask Darren Williams.
close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
Thomas Robinson is out there with Bargnani. Then there's Wayne Ellington. Then it's Jarrett Jack. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 slot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Just 3 to shoot. Thomas. A rebound by the Nets.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over. And Isaiah Thomas, traded last season from Phoenix over to Boston, seemed to be a matter of fit and not production as to why they moved.
No good from Jack.
Defense with a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Got a piece of it. Ellington, the pass to Jack. Here's Bogdanovich. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Bogdanovich has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Brooklyn. You were talking about Isaiah Thomas. He had no love lost for the Suns in their first meeting. He took them apart, Clark, on the floor. Remember that game? Stared them down as he was hitting shots. Looked at that bench, man. He had a big chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and you know, most guys that are a little undersized in this battle, doubters all their careers, bring that kind of edge anyway. You throw in the fact that he was disappointed how the trade unfolded. He was amped up and ready for that return visit.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Nets were the hottest team and story a few years back, certainly, but last season they were put up for sale, surprisingly to some, Clark, midway through the year.
Yeah, that was odd timing given the new arena and rebranding. I mean, you would think after all that effort to rebuild the team, you would see it through.
For the Nets. Lopez, he's checked in for Bargnani. Young comes in for Robinson. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Markel Brown in for Jarrett Jack. Then for the Celtics, Johnson comes in for Olynyk, and Bradley's subbed in for Urebko. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the second quarter. Johnson up top, defended by Crowder. Johnson gets the bucket.
And for the Nets being put up for sale, a big part of it was they were a team that was supposed to compete for titles. And since the move to Brooklyn, they have had trouble going deep in the playoffs.
Here's Thomas after Joe Johnson scored. Over to the left wing. Crowder, good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Crowder's got the lead up to 2 now for the Celtics.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swing, really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
Lopez, no luck.
And you know, with Brooklyn, I don't think anybody wants to take over a team in a rebuild mode. I mean, that's what the Nets seem to be looking at for the next few seasons. They had their shot, went all in with some of their decisions, unfortunately came up short.
Now, here's Thomas, following the miss by Brook Lopez. 5 on the clock. Fires from the wing. That's short off the rim.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Boston on top. They're up by 2. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, we have Brook Lopez with us. What's the attitude you have as a team right now?
Oh, it's so exciting. You know, it's really thrilling to come out with such a great group of guys every night, you know, and play basketball. You know, it's a lot of fun.
Brook, thank you very much. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. they were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
You know what jumps out at me? Their efficiency on the offensive end. They shared the basketball. Good shot selection. They showed a lot of patience, and that patience will be tested the rest of the way.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets?
Well, their reserves haven't contributed much. It's fine to ask your starters to do the heavy lifting, but don't leave them out in the cold. I think this could easily become a bigger issue as the game wears on.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first. Third quarter starting here now. It's the Nets now. A 2-point game.
And not many people expected anyone from the Atlantic to do much last season. Boston was the surprise of the division as they ended up making the playoff.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Celtics, Bradley and Turner filling out the perimeter. David Lee is out there with Tyler Zeller, and it's Smart in at the point. Boston with the ball. And for Boston against the rest of the Atlantic Division, they were tough. They ended up going 12-4 in the division, which was a big reason, Clark, they made the playoffs.
And you know, those 12 wins against the rest of the Atlantic, Kevin, were a division best. Even the Raptors, who won the division, only had 11 wins against the Atlantic.
Now here's Bradley. 5 points in the game. The shot by Turner, no good. Not a lot of room. Lopez dishes to Young. From 11 feet away, buries the jump shot. Young's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. Young provides a lot of things, Clark. Solid on both ends of the floor. You can plug him into almost any lineup and make it work.
Yeah, he's an ideal basketball player because of his versatility. I think that's one of his greatest strengths. Not only can he play the 3 or 4, he can go inside and outside, too.
And it's Bogdanovich in for Markel Brown. Your Rebco's checked in for Boston. And if you're you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Turner with it. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Lee sets a screen for Turner. Just 4 to shoot. And Lee with the stuff. Here's Jack. Last season, the Celtics had a solid 19-22 road record, Clark. Not the 500 mark most teams want, but a very good effort from a young team, and no one really expected it.
Yeah, and you think about this team that's still growing and has a lot of youth. I mean, that kind of road record, very impressive. Their fans should be feeling pretty good about what the future holds with this group.
And Lopez gets it to go.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Smart kicks to Zeller. Turner against Jack, and it's Turner off the drive. He used that pick to get in close. Lee's got the lead, back up to 2 now for the Celtics.
And thinking back on the Celtics, on the road, their away record doesn't tell the whole story. They won their last 7 road games in that tremendous playoff push.
Count the bucket. Lopez has got his second basket.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Now here's Smart. He's guarded closely. Pass to Turner. Fires from 14. It's a big high bounce and goes in. Turner's got his first bucket in this one.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. The dish to Lopez. Sinks that one from the post. Lopez has got 6 in the quarter. Tie game in Brooklyn. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. The Celtics shooting indicative of smooth offensive play, up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Brown at the 2 with Johnson at the 3. Robinson is out there with Young, and it's Ellington in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
That's their 3rd straight make-off and assist.
Great ball movement.
Wants to get it to Robinson, and does. Johnson gets the bucket.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
Now here's Bradley. Feeds it to Thomas. Pocket 6. To the middle. Kicks it out to Bradley. Shoots, and it's blocked by Brown. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Jared Sullinger's checked in for Boston. Lynette shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. To take the lead. Here's Robinson. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Thomas passes to Bradley. Back to Thomas. Johnson with a screen on Brown. He got right to the cup using that screen. Thomas got the lead up to 2 now for the Celtics.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Timeout called. The Nets. They're down by 2. 1:43 left to play in the final quarter. With Doris from the sideline.
Hey guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Lionel Hollins was giving to his team. He told them, guys, we're getting bogged down in the half court. Let's get out and run, see what's available in early offense. If there's nothing there, we can always back it out and run our sets. Good advice, Kevin.
Ellington dishes to Young. There's a screen by Robinson. And Young kicks to Robinson. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Robinson's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now a timeout called by Boston. He's checked in for Robinson. And Jared Jack is subbed in for Wayne Ellington. And a change for the Celtics. Evan Turner, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Goes in. No good.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Jack passes the ball. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. And the Nets lead by 2. Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're behind by 2. 1:19 left in the game. For the Celtics. Zeller comes in for Sellinger. And Lee's subbed in from Amir Johnson. Bradley kicks to Thomas. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. And it's sent back by Lopez. And they get it back. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Lopez is screen on Turner. And it's Johnson penetrating. The shot no good. Good D by Lee. Here's Boston now. Trailing by 2. By Lee. Here's Thomas. Good D by Lopez.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period where we can have a fresh start for the next one.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
That's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
Timeout called the Nets. Davis against Jack. Dishes to Lopez. 7-foot shot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. In time. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And neck-to-neck basketball action. This one has been a great one. Overtime number one. Getting going right now. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. And away we go here at post-regulation basketball. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Brook Lopez is out there with Young. Then it's Jared Jack. Then there's Johnson. And it's Ellington in at the 2 spot.
In a tight game like this one.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They trail by 3. 1:51 left in the first overtime. Bradley. Outside Turner. Hit by Lee. Shoots from 12. Pulled the shot a little in, but the bounce goes his way.
And this has really been a well-played game up to this point. And you know what? I bet it stays that way until the end.
I certainly hope so. I mean, it's been a terrific contest, and there's nothing like a pair of teams just balling out the way they have.
Timeout called. The Nets. They're up by 1. 1:35 left in overtime. Now Jack. He dishes it to Lopez. No good. Now Boston takes it the other way. Turner passes to Brantley. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Nets with the lead. And Jack, here we go. Johnson right side. David Lee comes up with the rebound.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's the one he should have knocked down.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Outside Jet. Back to Lopez. Turner dishes to Smart. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
That's outstanding game-time improvisation right there.
And the Nets making a change here. Brown's checked in. Time for them in this ballgame.
No room for mistakes right now.
That's him. The Celtics lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Johnson.
Boy, what a fantastic effort they're getting from Johnson.
Clark, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
Lee sets a screen for Smart. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Really out of the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
That's the first. That will put them up by 2.
Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're losing by 3. There's 18 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Guys, your thoughts?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I'm not quite sold on the quick 2. I think they've got to look for a quality 3 to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
Lopez. Buries it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work them over the rest of the game.
Them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
A three-pointer here might have us headed to another overtime period.
Johnson. Shot. No good. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? You know, if he misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
Them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, and both at the line. It's a 5-point game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
So we see Boston get the win here. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
Yeah, when adversity was at its greatest, they came up big. They seemed to relax a little bit once we got into overtime.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. See you later.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of David Lee.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Well, certainly a solid night for him offensively. Excellent production pretty much everywhere. He was what I call NSV, Ernie, a nice safety valve. When they needed to open up the valve, he came through with that offense.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.